The air hung heavy with the smell of stale beer and regret. It was another slow Wednesday night at the Dusty Mug, the kind of night that made a man question his life choices. I was wiping down the bar, lost in thought, when he walked in. He was all sharp angles and slicked back hair, out of place in my little dive. He ordered a top-shelf whiskey, neat. His eyes, cold and calculating, never left me. He asked about my job, the usual small talk. Then he asked what time I got off. His smile didn't reach his eyes. I tried to shrug it off, but a shiver ran down my spine. A few nights later, he returned. This time a woman was with him. He was all charm, but she looked terrified. She refused his advances, and they left separately. For weeks I saw his car across the street most nights, always watching. The hair on the back of my neck would stand on end. Then one night he was back in the bar. I clocked out early, heart pounding. As I left, I saw a black van parked down the street. I drove straight to the police station. The security footage showed figures lurking in the shadows outside the Dusty Mug. The van's plates were unregistered. They never caught them. To this day, I can't shake the feeling that I was being watched, hunted. The night still holds its breath, waiting for me. The fluorescent lights buzzed, casting a sickly yellow glow over the empty aisles. It was 3 a.m., the deadest part of my shift at the Gas and Sip. The bell above the door jingled and a figure stepped inside. He wore a red hoodie pulled low over his face, shadows obscuring his features. He reeked of gasoline and desperation. "My car broke down," he mumbled, his voice rough. "Down the road a bit. You got a phone?" I offered to call a tow truck, but he waved me off. Something about him set me on edge. His hand remained hidden inside his hoodie, clutching something. He kept glancing at the door, jumpy. He left as abruptly as he arrived, disappearing into the night. I went back to my routine, but the encounter gnawed at me. I pulled up the security footage. He had come from the direction of the woods, not the road. There was no car. The footprints outside confirmed it. He had walked out of the woods and vanished back into them. The police found an abandoned vehicle deep in the woods. Its license plates reported stolen. It had been used in a string of robberies. The man in the red hoodie was never found, but the woods whisper his name on the wind, a chilling reminder that some shadows hold secrets best left undisturbed. The aisles of Walmart stretched out before me like an endless, brightly lit maze. It was my usual graveyard shift. Stocking shelves, the fluorescent hum, and the occasional beeping of a price gun were the only sounds that broke the silence, or so I thought. I turned down aisle 5, and there they were. A man and a woman, their faces etched with a strange intensity. They pretended to be browsing, but their eyes followed my every move. I tried to ignore them, but their presence was suffocating. The man approached me, attempting to strike up a conversation. His eyes were too bright, his smile too wide. Something was off. Panic welled up inside me. I broke into a run, my heart pounding against my ribs. They followed. My screams echoed through the empty aisles as I sprinted toward the front of the store, the couple in hot pursuit. "Security!" The words burst from my throat. The couple skidded to a halt, melting back into the shadows. The security footage told a chilling story. It wasn't a chance encounter. They had been following me for an hour, their movements calculated, their eyes hungry. The police called it a thwarted abduction attempt. The man and woman were never identified, but their faces are seared into my memory, a chilling reminder that danger can lurk in the most mundane places.